Hello, hi y'all. Welcome back to my channel, Rain the Poet, Rants and Reads. I'm Rain, and I'm a poet amongst many things. So this is where I'm sitting right now on the land that I am fortunate enough, blessed enough to live on. It's like a little magical little area. Uh, yeah. So yeah. Um, there's a chair out here. Yeah. So this is what I'm looking at. Uh, taking a little stroll again, but this is also I'm gonna flip you around if I can figure out how. um, I'm gonna flip you around, I guess. Let me see. Maybe I can't flip you around so you can see me. Um, the Great Resignation. The Great Resignation. So, since I can't seem to flip you around now that I'm recording, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, because I'm just going with the flow nowadays, you know. Um, the Great Resignation. So I wanted to talk to you guys about why I feel, in my opinion, a lot of people are quitting their jobs, leaving their jobs, resigning, taking breaks. Why some people, especially a lot of millennials, are not even aspiring to enter the job market. you know, uh, Being 54, let me give you a little bit of my perspective, right? Being 54, I was born in 1967, September 16th, um, on a Saturday evening. So when I was growing up, most people were still living by the paradigm that existed at that time, right? I came from, or come from, a family that was big on education, you know. So, my goal was to do well in school, very well, which I accomplished, go to college, get a good job. Now, I have to say that my parents, my father wasn't so much involved. Um, I mean, he cared, but, it was more self-involvement. So that's another topic. My mother and I were extremely close, and she was a great parent. She also followed that paradigm, right? Doing well in school, you know, going to college. She was a teacher for a little while. I was too young to remember that, but she often talked about it because she loved teaching. And then she went into business, working for business. She never owned her own business. She excelled within a very large business. Okay. My father also went to school, did well, all of that stuff, got a good job, and then actually did start his own business. Now, so that's the old paradigm, right? So what you were supposed to do was get a good job, try to educate yourself enough, um, be smart enough, professional enough, polished enough, and if you're black, be even better than all that, right? So um, and get a good job. So that's what I did, and I worked that job for 15 years, right? Until I just literally almost lost my mind. you know, the corporate world is an odd place. It's an odd place for women. You know, it's an odd place, period. I definitely experienced the sexual harassment, um, where men are literally letting you know that they're holding your career in their hands. Um, I never gave in to it. And so maybe I didn't get as far as I could have, but I was fine with that. I was fine with all that. So anyway, I'm done with that. After that, I did quite a few things. I went into the wine world and became a certified wine educator and loved that. Um, I traveled, you know, um, I taught wine classes. I was in that whole world. Very few women are in that world too, actually, and extreme few black people, especially at that time. Um, so I did that for a while and enjoyed it, and so on. So I had quite a few jobs after that and things that I was interested in, and became a virtual assistant and did that for a while, and so on and so on and so on. But uh, what I'm here to say is that old paradigm is passing away, right? If it has not already passed, it's passing. And, I'm feeling like the powers that be, the government, people who own businesses, people, who employ people, uh, are somehow missing what everybody's needing, right? So people are looking for freedom to live, freedom to be. It's if you look it up, if you just do a little bit of research, you'll find that people who are allowed to work from home, even when they work for large businesses, if they are given the freedom to work from home, they actually are more productive. They're not less productive. The majority of people are more productive if given the freedom to work from home, given the freedom to come in the office when they want to, stay home and work when they want to, work in the morning if they want to, work at night if they want to. The more freedom that people are given, it appears that the more productive we are as human beings, right? When we're not told that we have to be at our desk at a certain time, uh, stay there till lunch, break time, whatever, time to go home. Now you can get up and go. Um, yeah. So a lot of companies are, newer companies, modern companies, are sort of following that trend and kind of catching on, but there are still a lot of businesses and business owners and that don't seem to get that. They feel as though people need to be micromanaged or they're not going to work, which studies have shown that that's not true. So we're in the new paradigm, right? So what is the new paradigm? Well, the new paradigm is people wanting to be able to be human. People need to make money. Yes, because why? We're still using currency to keep a roof over our heads, to have AC in the summer, heat in the winter, television, internet, phones, all these things. Food. How could I forget about that, right? Food. Clothing, the basic necessities. We're still paying currency for that. All right. Now, there are some people who are and have found a way to live off grid where, they are creating they're growing their own food, they're creating their own resources, right? They are living in communities where they barter, where, if I can do this and you can do that, let's trade. But for most of us, we don't live in communities like that. Okay, we live um where we have to trade money for what we need, and money for what we want, right? So the new paradigm, right? So people are trying to combine being human, being creative, being free with making money, you know. What do I love to do and how can I monetize that? And I give so much credit to young people, you know. I give a lot of credit to young people for saying, hey, you know, I'm gonna find something that I enjoy doing that you know what, I could do it all day. And how can I monetize that thing? How can I make it so that people will pay me? How can I be good enough, entertaining enough, right? Intriguing enough, charismatic enough, that people will want to pay me. Somebody will want to pay me for doing what I love. Okay. I think that is amazing, I mean, at 54, there is still time. I'm not I'm not on Social Security. Okay, I'm not that old yet. I hope to get there, because that means I'm still here and still meant to be here. I'm still alive. So I hope to get there, but the fact is I'm not there. I'm not at that age. I'm still at the age where I must support myself. Now, I did a video early on called "Am I Relevant? Is Art Relevant?" Uh, is anything that I have to give at 54? A 54-year-old Black woman. Um, And yes, all of that matters, whether you want to, pretend that it doesn't or feel that it doesn't or not validate it. But the fact is, I am the 54-year-old Black woman. So unless you are that, you don't really know. So am I still relevant enough? Like, is anybody going to listen to this video? Is anybody uh, does YouTube care what I have to give and what I have to say? I don't know. I really won't know until I continue to do this enough that it either works for me, right? I'm sorry for the movement of this phone, guys. I'm really being bitten up here, mosquitoes. Um, yes, I really won't know until I do this enough to see is it really worth my time, and am I enjoying it enough that I would continue to make videos on this channel, right? Amongst the other things that I'm doing too, is it profitable? Are my ideas profitable? So, there is sort of, for me and my age, there is like a sort of extra layer, right? Because I'm not that 25-year-old that, everybody thought was so pretty and so, slim, slim, goody, pretty, with the world at her feet. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not that girl. That's a poem that I wrote. I'm not that girl anymore. But I am a woman who has something to say, something to give. You know, um, I believe in my talents. I believe in my skills. I believe in my gifts. So I'm in that place where I'm trying to find something that works for me, that I love to do, that feels good, Not that it needs to, I mean, of course it's gonna, everything that you try to succeed at, right, is going to be some work. I'm not afraid of work. I've been doing that all my life. I've been doing work, some kind of work all my life. Right. So, um, at this point in my life, it needs to feel good. It needs to feel right. And I need to have my freedom. I need to be able to come out here and see this anytime I want to, you know. So it is the challenge of making that work, right? Making that work when you're not the 25-year-old pretty girl anymore. So, I guess basically what I wanted to say is that kudos to you guys, to you young people who have realized at young ages that you can create, your own work, your own career, your own lifestyle, create your own profitability. You can live doing the things that you enjoy, doing the things that come most natural to you. you know um I think that's wonderful. And I think that the reason why it's become so massive, right? That people are like, turning down jobs, people that got laid off, and lost their jobs during the height of COVID in 2020 are like, nah, I don't want to come back. You know, they're getting that phone call, no, that's all right. I'm going to make this work. You know what I'm saying? I can knit some beautiful socks. Put them on Etsy, give them a good name, and, go from there. I'm, you know, I did it without you all this time. I think I'm going to keep trying to do that. You know, and like I said, to me, the powers that be, the government, who's, the administration, who's always talking about, oh, there's all these jobs out there, people, so, we're not getting any more stimulus because look at all these jobs. Meanwhile, it's cheaper to stay home. You get a job paying you $7, $8, $9, $10, whatever they're paying now, $11.50, whatever. You got to get up every morning, take lunch, or have money for lunch. You got to get dressed, so you need clothes. You know what I mean? You need transportation, whether it's a car or public transportation. That's not free at all. So you got to pay for all that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, is it worth it? And then be miserable for 8 hours, right? And then do it again the next day. And then get your paycheck and then like see that it didn't really add up to much. You're still behind. You're still behind. So people are like, well, why not just be free and be behind? If I'm going to be behind in my bills, why not just be free and be behind? Why am I pushing myself every day doing something that I hate, that makes me feel bad, right? And then I'm going to get my paycheck and it still, runs out before the month runs out. You know what I mean? So I totally, I totally get it. And I'm there, like I'm with you. And I want to, try to also be an encouragement for people who are my age, to say, give it a try. Like if you got something going on, some type of gift, talent, skill, desire, charisma, whatever it is, and you want to give it a try, give it a try. I'm not afraid of failing. I'm not afraid of something not working. I've had that happen many times. I've had things that have worked, and I have had situations that did not work. It's been pretty equal. Sometimes it was my year and other times it wasn't, so I'm not afraid of a failing. If you want to use that word, I don't mind using that word. It doesn't sting me. I'm not afraid of something not working, you know. What I do fear is not trying, right? Because I would never know. I would never know. So I hope you guys enjoy the scenery. And, I mean, listen, hey, what did you need to look at me for? Not really. There's other videos on here where you can see me, and there will be more. So, yeah, I'm going to take a little stroll again before I go back in. And I hope you guys got a little something out of this. I really just wanted to share my perspective from my generation, right, of what I'm seeing and how much I'm loving it and want to be a part of that, and how I've experienced something that maybe a lot of you who are much younger did not experience, which is that old paradigm where you're trained in a way, right? You're manipulated to follow a certain path, right? So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, morning, day, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Y'all be good. If you like anything on this channel, my views, my opinions, the scenery, anything, the authenticity, which I hope comes through, please subscribe and hit that like button, So, you could talk, you could leave comments. Don't be rude, though. Don't be rude. Because I don't really have the patience of a 25-year-old anymore. You all will find out as you continue to grow, that you get more patience for certain things that require patience, but you get less patience for BS. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. I like talking to people. So if y'all want to leave comments, just be nice. That's all. Or you don't have to say anything. So that's the way it rolls here on this channel. Okay, that's the way it rolls in my life. So thank you guys. See you later.